What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. And today we're going to do a set booster box of Kaldheim. I personally think this set is probably a little bit underrated, a little bit underloved. Right now, you can still pick up a collector booster box of this for probably like maybe 160, 170 plus tax. The set boxes are probably still just a little bit over 100. And honestly, there's a few spicy hits in here, and it's a very even keel set in terms of value. So anyways, let's just crack some packs and see what happens. So at this juncture, we are knee deep in spoiler season for Strixhaven for Kamigawa, and I think we're starting to see some pretty spicy previews. And I just kind of sometimes, like right before a new set comes out, I like to crack some of the older sets that are in standard rotation. Just because I think that our tendency is to see the new and shiny thing, and then we move on to that and we fixate on that. And honestly, what I've seen of Kamigawa so far looks incredible. But as I mentioned, I kind of think that Kaldheim probably doesn't get the love that it deserves. So I thought it'd be kind of nice to just revisit it today and let's go from there. All right, so we crush the week. All right, so our first rare up is going to be Mythic is going to be Eradicator Valkyrie. All right. Starting off with a Mythic, never sad about that. And then we've got a Saga, Raven's Warning. And next up we've got Frostbite in the common slot, sure. And then our first foil is the Frost Peak Yeti. Oh, first, what is this? Iterative Analysis? This is obviously a list card. And I'll be honest, I have no idea what set this is. So that's very interesting. I don't know, I'll put the Saga up there. It doesn't really matter. We'll put the foil here. Sure, list tips right there. That's unexpected. Yeah, I don't know what that set is. Is it Conspiracy? Is it Battle Bond? I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we got our land. Sure. Inga Rune Eyes. Rune of Might. Old Growth Troll. That is a very, very playable card. It's not a super valuable card, but if you're playing mono green Stompy, that is definitely a staple for you. Berg Strider and Feed the Serpent as the foil. One of the things I really like about this set, and I think that unless like one sees a ton of play, they don't really carry any individual value. But when I came back to Magic in late 2018, after probably 8 to 10 years away from the game, I came back right kind of like as Dominaria was leaving, but I was really like blown away by the sagas and how cool they are. I think that they're super neat. And this set is loaded with them. And like I said, they don't carry a lot of value unless sagas really see a lot of play. Hey, we've got Alron, God of the Cosmos. That's our second Mythic of the box. It's not really super spicy. We've got Agar the Freezing Flame as a showcase. Woo! Fresh on the ban list. We've got a foil Mythic. This is Alron's Epiphany. It probably isn't going to carry the same value that it once did, but no big deal there. We'll still take a foil Mythic. And I'll be honest, I'll be the first one to say I wasn't sad to see this card leave standard either. So there's that. That's kind of funny though. Okay, why not? That card is so problematic. I think a lot of turns cards are problematic, but that one particularly. Hey, foil Glacial Floodplain. That's kind of cool. Put that over there. So when I was talking about the sagas, and I first came back, and Dominaria was just kind of on its way out. Ooh, Toski. Hey, there we go. There's a nice little rare hit. I really like that card, so we'll put that up there. Cool. Oh, first land of the box. We've got Blightstep Pathway, which flips into the modal is the Seer Step Pathway. These lands probably have kind of taken a little bit of a backseat to the lands from Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt, but I still do think they are quite playable, and I'm not sad about Toski either. Let's see here. What do we want to do here? We'll put list cards right there, put lands right there so we can kind of track lands, and we'll put cool rares right there. Okay. So, what's funny about this set is, I don't know, like the snow mechanic is either overpowered or it's completely underpowered, and I think it's hard to find a balance with that particular with this particular mechanic because you don't want either. You want it to be playable and not just background noise. Yeah, Doomscar, that's a cool little rare. Cole the Forge Master as a showcase, kind of neat. And Cinderheart Giant as a foil. You don't want, you don't want useless mechanics, but you also don't want, I don't know, food and Oko. So I think that it kind of strikes the right balance. They kind of found the right balance with Snow. There's plenty of playable Snow cards, but it wasn't also either dominating the format either. So I think also they have the land in here that's the man land in here in this set that's also been since banned. We've got Tundral Fumarole, Canopy Tactician, cool rare. Anytime you have elf rares, those are always not bad for you long term. So we're already at 3 mythics, although one of them is foil, so that probably won't count against our regular amount of mythics. The 2 big hitters in this set are definitely still Vorinclex and Goldspan Dragon. Yeah, I would not be bummed about pulling one of those. I got Dream Devourer. A lot of people spec'd on this card when it first came out, and it did not take off. And the Icehide Troll. Got our next list card here. This is Willow Dryad. I believe that's Portal. It's a 1/1 for 1/1 Forest Walker. Okay. Alrighty. So we are approaching the end of the first third of the box. We've got a couple of list hits. We've already got a foil mythic, so that's kind of neat. And we're 2 mythics in, although neither of those is anything to write home about. Okay, so we've got Rune of Flight, Rune of Sustenance, lots of runes. Batter Shield Warrior, Frenzied Raider, Magda, that's a cool little rare. Doesn't carry like a ton of value, but it's still a nice little rare. And we've got Yorn, God of Winter, put that down there. Glittering Frost, and Village Rites as a foil. As a foil common, that might be worth $1 or so. Might be worth $1 or $2. Okay. Vorinclex and Goldspan, definitely the big hitters. Valky is a nice rare, mythic. Toski is a nice rare. The lands are good if you can pull the lands. I mean, those are at least paying for the pack. Rune of Mortality. We've got Flynn, the Fangbearer. Cool little uncommon. All right, we've got Harald Unites the Elves as the foil saga. We've got Bredegard Protector as a cool little showcase, and Story Seeker as the foil. End of the first third of the box here. We're already 2 mythics in. We're at 1 foil mythic. We've got a nice little selection of rares with one modal land, Magda, Toski, and an Old Growth Troll, which again doesn't carry a lot of value, but I personally like the card, so I put it up there. Okay, so we've got Arnie Slays the Trolls, Rootless Yew, Svella Ice Shaper, which is a very good card in limited, like if you have it in draft and can build around it. Cosmos Charger as a rare. Realm Walker, that's a cool little rare. I like that. I always think shapeshifters are very neat. Narfi Betrayer King as a showcase, and Run Amok as a foil. Woo! Probably doesn't carry a lot of value, but Lightning Angel is a very cool card. This card used to be actually like value-wise for a creature, 4 for a 3/4 flying, Vigilance Haste. And what's neat about this particular list card is it's a list card, but it's also a original Time Spiral time-shifted card. So it's not even the original printing of Lightning Angel, it's the reprinted time-shifted version. That's actually kind of cool. I like when they do that stuff with the list, when they put like a Terminate on there and it's Terminate as a player reward or something like that. Like I do, in past videos I've kind of talked down the list where like, hey, yeah, it's cool, but like I don't really want to pay an upsell on the price of the box to pull garbage off the list, but there are some features about the list that I really like as well. And that's certainly one of them, where you get like the odd variation of the card, not even necessarily like the ho-hum version. So, all right, Shepherd of the Cosmos. We've got Battle of Frost and Fire as the rare there. Hey, Egon in the showcase. Egon, which is, of course, also the Throne of Death. It's a little showcase action rare there. Pilfering Hawk, and Snakeskin Veil as a foil. Very cool. Yeah, I would assume that Lightning Angel is probably not like a value hit, but I do like the card. Okay. So we've got Spectral Steel, Axguard Armory, Blessing of the Frost as the rare. Blizzard Brawl. Valor of the Worthy. Woo! A Desolation Angel. So we're going to double up on our angels off the list here. Again, I'm not really sure from a value standpoint if this is a huge hit or not, but it's a cool card. It's definitely a cool card. Nice little throwback there. Desolation Angel. So we double up on the angels, which is actually kind of on theme with Kaldheim Set, right? Like, I like when there's list hits, that when the list cards actually seem on theme. And Kaldheim certainly has a lot of angels in them, so like, I like that. I like when we do that. Sometimes I really dislike when there's list hits off of there from sets that just came out like 3 months ago, and you're like, I don't understand, why is this on the list, or it doesn't even thematically make sense. All right, so next rare up is we got King Narfi's Betrayal, Calamity Bear, and Frostpeak Yeti, and another foil rare. So this is the Showdown of the Scalds. Doesn't see like a ton of play, but you can see some Boros decks running around on Arena or Lorehold, call it whatever you want. And this does see a little bit of play, and it's kind of cool. And just, again, the foiling and the showcase art, it looks good. It really does look good, and so I dig that. Okay, need some more lands though, huh? This Blight Step it's a little lonely. Okay, chugging right along here. Clarion Spirit, cool little uncommon. Doomscar Titan. The Doom Scourge. Icebreaker Kraken. Okay, I don't even think that card went up when Bruno came out. I don't know. And the Mob. If Bruno comes out, or if a card comes out that people want to use in Commander, and it refers to a particular creature type or some creature types, and it still doesn't drive up the price of the individual card in question, it's probably not a great card. Cole the Forge Master here. We got Rune of Mortality. Getting a Fang Bear. Binding of the Old Gods, which is a very playable saga. Very cool. Woo! Hey, look at that. So we're going to double up on Toski, and this one is in the showcase. I just don't think you can go wrong with Toski. It's such a cool looking card. It's a fun card. Squirrel Tribal, if you're into that, is very cool as well. I just really dig the card. Not even a little bit sad about that. Next, the list hit here. We've got, this is War of the Spark. This is good old Tybalt off of War of the Spark, and the appeal with War of the Spark, of course, was that there was a Planeswalker in every pack. This one was printed at uncommon level. It's a little Tybalt there. Tybalt action. War of the Spark. Maybe I'll revisit that sometime. That'd be kind of a cool throwback. Let me know if you guys would be into that. I don't have any of the Japanese, unfortunately, so we would not be Liliana hunting, but I have a couple sealed boxes, I think, stashed away somewhere. Cyclone Summoner as the rare. Inga Rune Eyes as the showcase this time, and God's Hall Guardian as the foil. So we're just a little bit over halfway through the box. We slowed down on the Mythics. We hit a couple out of the gate. Granted, they weren't even the Mythics that you want to hit. There's no real value there. But we did hit a foil All-Runs Epiphany. I should have probably opened up this box maybe a week or so earlier. Otherwise, that might have a little bit more value. We've got Reinforced Champion as a foil, or as the rare, excuse me. We've got Hailstorm Valkyrie as the uncommon. Dread Rider as the foil. Doubled up on Toski already. Realm Walker, which is a card I really like. Old Growth Troll, again, same thing. Hey, we've got our signature. Very cool. Not into it, but that's all right. I really like the cards. I like the art. They just don't. The signature doesn't do anything for me from a value perspective. Fall of the Imposter. Bredegard Stronghold. Another Bredegard Protector. Hey, Redain, God of the Worthy. So this is a nice little angel here, and this is punishing those snowlands as well as some of those casting costs. Actually, I should even point out that this does flip into a card that this is the Protector's Shield. So this card has a little bit of versatility to it. Sees a little play in mono white. Rootless You as the foil. One of the things I wanted to talk about earlier was the Realm Walker. It was interesting that they put Shapeshifters back in here. And, you know, Magic is a game, obviously, with, we're approaching 30 years of history to it. And, you know, when you have something like, you know, Tribal is obviously a very strong theme just for Magic in general, right? Like, whether it's goblins or elves or, you know, whatever the case may be, vampires. So Tribal always carries on, and especially with it being popular in Commander, Retribution as the foil saga there, or the rare saga, Frost Augur, as the uncommon, and Miss a Lit Jar as the foil. Nothing special there. And so when we have strong tribal themes, and it's such a big part of the game, whether it's casual commander or whatever the case may be, cards that I always keep my eye on from a long-term perspective are shape changers, because they're every tribe. So if you have shape changers that have particularly good abilities, you know, it's worth always holding on to them, in my opinion, just because you just never know what's going to come out in the future. Runeforge Champion, they can be Replicating Ring, and a Funeral Longboat as the foil there. Last third of the box, here we go. But yeah, I mean, they can be fit in your Squirrel Tribal, they can fit in your Dwarven Tribal, whatever the case may be. And so if you have shape changers that are shapeshifters that are you know, seemingly maybe even good on the surface, you know, it's always something to keep your eye on when it comes to Magic, because we're constantly adding to history in Magic. All right, so Dragonkin Berserker, Righteous Valkyrie, that's a nice little hit right there. I really like this card. That is going to go up there in the cool rare pile. And Grim Elvish War Master. So we've got another foil rare. So we hit, yeah, a Mythic foil and a regular foil rare and an Elvish War Master. And again, tribal, elf, not sad about that. Like, probably doesn't, you know, it's probably only a few bucks, but I think it's anytime you have strong tribal and you have a good rare, a good playable rare, it's worth hanging on to. So not upset about that. You could do far, far worse. All right. So we've got Judge of Valor, Scent of the Worthy, Great Hall of Starnheim, another Elvish War Master. Very cool. Woo! Hey, look at that. Showing up from the Mythic slot. I was getting a little worried because we slowed down so fast. You've got Valky. This is a very cool card. And this is a showcase version, so this isn't even the regular version. And this does flip into Tybalt Cosmic Imposter. It's probably, I don't know, $10, $15 card, but it's a card just I really like in general. So I'm actually very pleased to pull that. Super pleased. Not even a little upset. Just a good looking card too. Used to be able to do some really degenerate things before rotation cycled out with one of the ultimatums. You'd just be able to just go pull that and Liliana or Vorinclex or something from your deck, and your opponent got to choose one and you got to play the other two for free, and you could play the Tybalt side of it flipped. Hey, we've got our second pathway here. We've got Dark Boar pathway. This does flip into the Slither Boar pathway. Again, modal lands. I'm pretty in on them long term. Immerstrom Raider, our next list hit. This is a Future Sight list hit. It's a common from Future Sight, but look at the framework there. I don't know. I've always kind of thought this original framework from Future Sight was kind of cool, and so it's a common. Nothing to get excited over, but kind of neat still. Okay. Last few packs here. Bearded Axe, Armed and Armored, Colossal Plow, Gilded Assault Cart. Woo! Hey, look at that. There we go. So, we haven't hit Goldspan or Vorinclex, and we might not at this point, but as far as two of the other Mythics that you would like to see and hit, Valky is definitely one of them, and Cosmos Serpent is another one. Just a very, very strong card. Once it hits the battlefield, it is very tough to get it off. I'm digging that hit. I'm cool with that. And Valkyrie Harbinger, which is I also think another pretty strong hit. That's a heck of a pack right there. And Struggle for Skemfar as the foil. Not too shabby. Overall, I'd say this box was pretty kind to us. I don't know that any of those list hits were of value. Just very cool looking. Very cool looking. But nevertheless, I think a pretty well-rounded box. I don't think it's a home run. It's hard to hit a home run when you don't have either Vorinclex or Goldspan, but otherwise, I still think a very strong box. It would not be a box, however, if we did not open a Skemfar Avenger. I'm surprised we haven't opened more than one of those at this point. Hey, that's a pretty sweet showcase. We've got Narfi the Betrayer King in the foil showcase. Kind of cool looking. Okay. I feel like other than, missing on the two biggest hits, we've kind of otherwise been very, very well-rounded. Not too bad overall. The Three Seasons, Path of the World Tree, the Trickster. Woo, hey, another Mythic. So we are at 5 Mythics now. That's kind of cool. We've got Tyvar Kell. Not a huge value hit, but you know what? Elf Planeswalker, Tribal Support. I'm in on that. Glittering Frost and Warhorn Blast. All right, last 4 packs. I think we're probably done with the list. I think we've hit... I'm going to say that Lightning Angel is probably the equivalent of a rare slot, so we've already hit the Desolation Angel as well. Okay. Got Forging the Tyrite Sword, Dwarven Hammer. Third pathway, there we go. Bark Channel pathway, which does flip into the Tide Channel pathway, so we're a triple pathway. It's a decent box right there. We'll take that. Priest of Haunted Edge and Augury Raven. Wow, hey, all right. It's an uncommon slot, so we'll take it. This is a Dryad Arbor. This is a in the original artwork, which I think is very cool. It has been since reprinted in Time Spiral Remastered, but it probably still carries value, a little bit of value, maybe $2 or $3. Not unhappy about that. All right, last 3 packs. Here we go. All right, we've got Starheim Aspirant, Youthful Valkyrie. That's kind of cool. I think this, as an uncommon, is like a $3 uncommon, so that's nice. Valkyrie Sword, Battle of Frost and Fire, Surtland Elementalist, and Jarl the Forsaken as foil. 2 packs to go. Can we squeeze out another Mythic? Probably not, but counting the foil Epiphany, we're at 6, so no complaints. No real complaints there. Okay. Divine Gambit. Sure. Vargoth Blood Sky Sire. Neat. Judge of Valor in the showcase. Cool. Squash as a uncommon. Or as the foil. Alright, last pack. I would not mind seeing like a Turgid. Yeah, that'd be nice from the rare slot. It's not even asking for a mythic. Let's go for Turgid. Okay. It's Fearless Liberator. War Chanter Scald. Another Runeforged Champion. I think this is the 3rd one of the box. That is not what I asked for. Alright. World Tree. Doesn't see a ton of play, but I still think it is a good long-term card, so I'm pretty stoked about having that. Inga Rune-Eyes. And that'll wrap up the box here. So, I mean, we got Valky, in the showcase. We got Coma. We did hit a foil Epiphany, which is kind of a womp-womp after the ban, but that's okay. We hit 3 pathways plus a World Tree as lands. I'm not upset about that at all. Righteous Valkyrie, Valkyrie Harbinger, God of the Worthy, Double Toski, one in the showcase. Overall, just a really solid box. We'll see what it shakes out to be value-wise. If you want to stick around and watch, I usually will do kind of a price summary at the end. Other than that, thank you so much for your time, everyone. I appreciate it, each and every one of you. And please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.